Welcome to the 2020 June demonstration of the WebCEO SEO platform. When you start a project, you would go to Add Project, and then we'll have a wizard where we'll figure out what your canonical domain is, and then you can then create a project. And we've already done one for you. We've created a project called sentientlight.com. You can actually go to the website by clicking here, and one of the first things you'll want to do is maybe set up a logo for yourself. So this would be the WebCEO logo, and let's assume we're going to be doing everything in English. Let's go to Interface and Report Branding, and then User Interface Branding, and then the image above the Home button. You can choose a logo for yourself. So we'll just pick a logo for this company, and then choose Custom Logo, and then Apply. And then now you can have your own logo for your own branding. You can also go to Whitelabel and have your own domain in the address bar here, so that your customers and your employees can see your own URL, online.yourcompany.com or dashboard.yourcompany.com. And that's Whitelabel. But we won't be going into Whitelabel in detail today. Just remember that we have that possibility for you. Also with languages, you can choose another language. So you can say, well, let me do everything in Spanish, in which case you would then go to settings. Actually, you would actually add a language here, and then you would choose Spanish. Spanish regular. Click Add, and then it shows that things are 62%. That's a huge amount of words in the platform that are translated already into Spanish. And then up here you can simply switch to Spanish interface. So I go to Todos los proyectos, and everything is in Spanish. And you can do this for just about any language. I think about 24 languages are extremely well translated in the WebCEO tools. But I'll go back right now to English, English Official. And here then we will take a look at how to actually do the work inside the project. Notice that you can have multiple reports in one big PDF file, and you could have different logos in those reports here. SEO leads, if you're an agency, you can basically put a button on your website that gives free SEO audits to people, and then in the morning you can come in and find 2 or 3 people have asked basically for your help in doing their SEO, so that can bring you clients. The task module is fantastic for being able to decide between each other what important SEO tasks, and there are hundreds of tasks to do. So you can assign different tasks to different users of your tools. And by the way, this user icon on the upper right hand side, that's where you determine who's allowed to use your tools, and WebCEO allows an unlimited number of users to be added, so only one person pays just the one price for the tools, and then anybody is allowed to work inside his tools or have access to certain projects from their free account. And it doesn't matter if their free account is read-only or free, as long as you're sharing with them and they have a WebCEO account, then they get the full access to your project regardless of whether they're a customer or not, because you're the customer. And then of course there are alerts where if your rankings go up or down a certain amount, or you have new broken links, then we'll send you an email as soon as an automatic scan finds that you have the broken link or the new raised rankings or the lowered rankings. Notice that we allow both manual scans and automatic scans, depending. I think the solo plan only allows automatic scans, but most of the serious plans allow you to do manual scanning as well as automatic scanning. And that's the alert section. Then let's now take a look. What would you do first then, now that you've entered a project? Well, you can use any of these shortcuts to go to the project dashboard or any of these different popular tools, but I would recommend using the menu on the left hand side. You can minimize it to give yourself more of a workspace. You can permanently minimize it to give yourself more of a workspace, and then just use the icons for change. And then you can then go to the different tools. My first place to go that I recommend would be the keyword research tool. The keyword research tool then would show you the keywords from Search Console, for instance. You should connect Search Console with every project that you have, the Search Console for that project. Make sure that it's the Search Console for instance, in this case, the HTTPS www version, which happens to be the canonical version that things resolve to in the end. And make sure that your Search Console account matches that. Google doesn't do what we do. They don't go to the canonical. They have different accounts for every different way and form of the domain, the URL, and so that's bad, because then you have to make sure that you're using the proper Google Search Console account to get the proper data, and that's Google's fault, not ours. But we make sure that we help you along with it. So once you've connected Search Console, the list of keywords on the left-hand side will be there, and then there's flags next to it. And if you think that a particular keyword should be rank scanned, like it doesn't have your domain name in it, and you feel that it should be rank scanned, then you just click the flags orange. There's another column that allows you just to at least enter the keywords into the keyword basket. And the keyword basket then are keywords that you want to work with. In this case, the user has clicked the flags orange, which means that he is looking to rank scan all of these keywords. So all of these keywords are being rank scanned, except for these keywords. They're in the basket, but they're not being rank scanned. And if I leave then from the keyword research section, let me go to the rank tracker section, rank tracking my site rankings. And here then it shows the different keywords. This was scanned 3 days ago. And what I do, I have the global searches and the United States and the Washington State searches for particular keywords. This is the Google information for how many people searched that keyword in the past month. It's a very popular keyword, and this particular customer of ours is at number 6 on Google Maps for that keyword, but they're not scoring organically for that keyword, PMF therapy. I've also added a tag called PEMF. I could add any other tag I want to. To that I can say, what can I say? I can say USA, and then click enter, and then other keywords. Then USA is now a tag keyword. And but anyway, the PEMF is anytime I've mentioned PEMF, these are all tagged PEMF, and that's important for later. Let me first show you that the PEMF machine, they have an organic ranking of number 17 on desktops as well as mobile phones. They need to push this up into the top 10 because there's a lot of searches for it, but they need to have a better ranking. And even though they're number 3 on Google Maps for magnetic healing, they really should get an organic ranking as well. And they're number 25 for PMF devices. Organically, that can be improved upon, and etc. And so this is being sorted by Washington State. You could also sort by the total visits column. If this was connected to Search Console, then I'd have a visits column that shows you the number of clicks as opposed to impressions of the keywords, and then you can sort by that, and then you have a list of the keywords that people click on the most for you. But in this case, I'm sorting this by the keywords that are most popularly chosen in Washington State itself. That's how I did it. I clicked there. I could also do it for the United States by clicking here. Then that was the keywords would slightly shift, and that's for the United States, the top demand keywords. Now, if I have many different ways of looking at the keywords in historical charts. I won't show you all of it. I'll go now to something called dangerous competitors. So rank tracking dangerous competitors. And I've filtered this for only those tags that have the word PMF in it, because I only want to find the competitors that are competing for the words with PMF in it. And so I would do the filter, and I had the tag, I chose PMF, and then I chose apply, and then I got this filter. And when I did that, it filters out to these keywords, these websites being the number 1 competitors for those keywords. The number 1 happens to be the NIH government website, which isn't really a competitor, except it is a competitor for the keywords themselves. 11 of those keywords are in the top 100, and their average position is number 8. That's fantastic. If that was a real competitor, they would be blowing them away. But the real competitor here that scores next is also blowing them away. They have 11 keywords in the top 100, and they average position of number 8. They are clicked. The orange flag says that they are a competitor. So is Oscar Wellness. And then if you go down, in green is the actual project itself, and they are ranked. 7 keywords are ranked, and then 41 keywords 41 is the average ranking position of those 7 keywords. So 41 is the average ranking position of those 7 keywords. And if I click here, it shows you what they actually were. In this case, they're actually number 1 for 4 of those keywords: PMF devices for sale, etc. And then PMF devices 25. And I guess they're in the 90s for the final keywords, because okay, so let's then move from here to the Competitor Backlink Spy. Now, the Competitor Backlink Spy shows you that you do not have the top backlink here, but your competitors, 3 of your competitors, have a link to be found here. If I click the link, this will take me to this article, 10 Facts About PMF Machines, and then those 3 competitors are linked to here. You'll look at who wrote that article, Noah, at the PermaMat Reviews, and so you'll basically want to become friends with Noah, and you'll want to find out exactly how you could add new information to be included on this page, or at least get Noah to write a completely new article based on a new idea that you have, and that can happen very easily. And in this Dr. Circus has a website. The last time was 2012, 8 years ago. He created this page, and 3 of your competitors or 2 of your competitors were listed in this. And what you can do is approach them and say, this is 8 years ago, you've got a lot of great new information and white papers, or you've got an infographic or something, an article that will really update things about what's been happening in the field since 2012. So this looks like an easy thing if you're an expert on the topic to get into this page, is to help them update this page. And the way you do that, of course, is then you have to actually find a contact. You have to find the people who do the page, and etc. So you can basically spend a lot of time doing this, and it's really worthwhile. So the whole Competitor Backlink Spy issue is extremely important, and so that is one of the most important things you can learn today. And then, of course, then to find out your actual backlinks, you'd go to Backlink Profile, My Backlinks, and then here it shows you all the backlinks, and it seems their most powerful backlink is our own WebCEO. It's a no-follow, except so that's not necessarily so good, but actually it's good though for traffic. And there is a list of your actual backlinks. But the competitor backlinks are maybe more important, because the ones that you don't have yet are the ones you actually need to get to improve your rankings. Here, of course, you can see whether they're toxic or not based on the settings having the toxic factors. And in this case, most of the links pass the toxic factors criterion. If they didn't, you would go here to toxic pages, and then finally to the disavow list, where you have a final list of backlinks that look suspicious and you want to get rid of. And so then we allow you to download a spreadsheet and then upload immediately into Google Search Console, all from the WebCEO tools, so you don't have to go anywhere else to disavow your links. You can stay inside the WebCEO tools. So if I go to Site Health Technical Audit, the Technical Audit section, this was done today, and settings, I recommended going slow so you don't get false positives, don't show anchors or page time. I excluded the dynamic links, and then I did a search, and I find they had, for instance, these broken links, and then from these pages they link to the NIH, but they're not really working, those pages, 404 backlinks, and you can find out exactly where on the page those broken links are. Take a couple seconds because then it has to find it, and then you'll see right now it'll say it's in the footer section, prebiotic effects metal, okay, and that link is broken. And you can go then to the SEO analysis section, and the first section you'll go to would be the on-site issues overview. And here it says that you're missing 2 H1 tags. These 2 pages are missing, and those are very important. So you need to go into those pages and add an H1 tag. And the same thing with, well, that's the only text. Add more text, but there's too little. But the more important thing, of course, is to have an H1 tag with your keywords in it, and Here is a mistake. The link reseller agreement document links to just / reseller, but it's a temporary redirect, and Google just ignores that, and so that's not going to help reduce at all. So what you want to do is go into HTML and change that to a 301 redirect. And then also one of the most important things I can be teaching you today is the landing page SEO tool, and that shows you that the words PMF and machine are in the title, description, H1, H2, etc. In the body, less than 3%, it's good, otherwise it's stuffing. They have those keywords in some alt tags, and the internal link text coming from other pages. Now notice the other 3 important keywords are not really optimized at all, and they should be optimizing for those keywords as well. There's room to do that. And their alt text only has PMF machine in it, but they don't say the words therapy and treatment, and they should. Let's see what I'm talking about. Let's go to those alt tags. So let's click here to go to the actual website. So we're going to like an old design site that I will then leave the home page. I'll go to the products page. And here I go to the products page, and then this logo links back to there's a logo up here that links back to the home page. And so I will click on the logo and see what the image is called. And it's called Affordable PMF Device. That's good though, but they kind of overdid it. They just needed to have like 3 words .png, and it's machines.png. So I will now view page source. And if I view page source, then I will go to find, and then machines.png. There. So this would be the logo, and it says the alt tag is Sentient Light, Affordable PMF Devices, and Best. Okay, it doesn't say treatment and therapy. And so if you wanted treatment and therapy to be the keywords that your home page was indexed for, then this link that goes back from each page on your website back to the home page should have a shorter alt tag that actually says the proper keywords, treatment and therapy, as well as PMF machine. Machine and machines we count plural, so don't worry about it. Just type in the word machine and we'll include if the word machines is in there. Anything in the dictionary, plural, we automatically include as part of a word. And so it's very important to know that you don't want to waste space here with this alt tag. Make sure that the alt tag leading to the logo image leading back to the home page has the 5 keywords that you want the home page to be indexed for. So I'll go back here, and then this is the situation. So you'd really want, 141, 141, 141, 141, so you're solid. And this would be the landing page SEO tool. Lots of other tools as well here. And if I would go to, it's important to know, by the way, if you're in this Google Services section, Google Search Console, there's a settings up here that you can revoke the specific Google Search Console account at any time, and that's important because you may want to, there may be a new one. For instance, you may have upgraded to HTTPS, and then Google Search Console gives you a brand new account for that, so you have to revoke the old one, and then down here it'll show the email address, and then you authorize the new account, and then that just takes a couple seconds. It's unfortunate that Google doesn't automatically allow you to do that, but WebCEO makes it really easy for you to keep track of what version of the Search Console you're using. And then there's also, for instance, social media, social analytics, and then if you go to something like social engagement here, then the social citations for this shows every different pages that were linked in different posts, and the likes and shares and comments that they got for those posts. And it can be anybody's Facebook post as long as the link is there. Don't use a link shortener, use the real link, and then Google will be sure to mark it. If you use a shortener, there's a very good possibility that Google would give the credit to the shortener and not to you. So I would be very careful about using URL shorteners. So this company had a total of 964 likes, shares, and comments. And if I go to the competitor social citations, this measures just those citations that went to your homepage, in this case for 964, the homepage one. And then it says here that Dr. Pollack, remember them, they had 22,000, and then Oscar Wellness 44,000, 45,000. So there's a lot more Facebook activity going on there, and you can use the Facebook activity as a measure of other social media activity as well. And there's lots of other tools to go to. And we'll keep this short, a 20-minute video, and we'll have another 20-minute video that goes into more advanced features of the WebCEO SEO tools. So just to go over the most important highlights, make sure that you go to keyword research from Search Console, and from Search Console make sure that you connect to Search Console and then click the orange flags to start rank scanning keywords that you're already getting traffic for, or your customers if you're an agency. And then that's really important. And then remember to use the Competitor Backlink Spy to see the backlinks that your competitors are getting but you don't have, but which would probably be very easy for you to get as well, because obviously they aren't exclusive. And the other really important tool that you'll want to be hard at work at would be this site health, SEO analysis, landing page, SEO tool, keyword placement map, where you would hit the edit page and then go to add keywords, add manually, and then add 5 keyword components like PMF, therapy, machine, treatment. And then if you're a local business, make sure you put the local city as well. Very important, because if you don't have the local city entered in all the meta tags, you're less likely to show up for local searches. And that tends to be a fact. So very important to use this most of the time. The landing page, SEO tool, and then go to the different pages to make sure that each of those pages is optimized, the home, the products, everything else. All right, thank you very much, and then see you in the advanced training demo. Bye for now.